Ah, hello there, and welcome to Kicking It with KD, where we sit there, make sure we have us something nice to sip on, and we just kicking it. So look, today I'm doing a movie review. You know, I sit there and do these things from time to time. I was going to do a movie review on some shit called The Huntress, but I'm gonna keep it real. I did it. I didn't like it. I might sit there throw a little 30 seconds in the film. I would have thought, being that it's a Viking movie, it would have been a lot more action, which it wasn't. Like, I end up finding another Viking movie called REDBAD. Now, this is on Prime, and REDBAD, I'm gonna put the picture in the what's the name. Now, REDBAD is a story about a dude that's supposed to be king. You know what I mean? He a vicious warrior, and he let the snoochie get the best of him. We're gonna get through it. So look, so first of all, Redbad is the son of the chief of his village, of his Viking village or whatever, right? And off rip, he fell in love with a joint that he not even supposed to be in love with. And they about to sit there and sacrifice, like a bunch of them got picked to get sacrificed up to the gods, get put on the stake and burnt up to the gods. Hey, I don't sit there and judge nobody's religion. It is what it is. But your man was sitting there throwing a fit. I'm talking about like he going crazy. His pops had to sit there and stop the nigga like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, you're not gonna mess up tradition like, this is about your people. This ain't about you. Like, you got to sit there and realize what you got going on. So he ready to sit there and throw it away. And in the mix of him about to sit there and just throw it away and like, yo, get my bitch up off of there. The Franks, pause. The Franks sit there and invade they commune or whatever, they little village, right? So in the midst of the Franks sitting there, pause. There's gonna be a lot of pauses in this video. But in the midst of the Franks sitting there invading they territory, right? They sitting there lined up, you know what I mean? They about to go to war. Redbad decides, yo, man, fuck everybody. I'm gonna go get my bitch. And the mix of him sitting there, breaking out of formation, killing a couple of niggas, running down on the joint to free his bitch or whatever. His pops end up getting hit. Boom. If I'm not mistaken, nigga sat there, caught him in the side with a spear. Boom. Got him up out of there. So the people sit there and blamed him for it. Like, yo, if you wouldn't have sat there and been worried about the female, your pops would have been here. Now, I'ma just say this. That snoochie had to been fire, bro. It had to be fire. I don't care what nobody say. For this man to sit there, first of all, you went ahead to be king once it all said and done. You know that chick was not, that wasn't meant for you. She got picked to sit there and be a sacrifice for the gods. Nigga, you fell in love with her. She done gave you that snoochie 2-3 times in the barn. Hey, that shit had to been some fire, because that nigga sat there and risked his life, love, and country for that snoochie. And guess what happened? Pops passed away. Boom. Now the pops got the brother, right? The brother and the brother and his son. Well, his son really wasn't into it. The brother a bitch. Real fuck nigga. He got real strong fuck nigga tendencies. We'll get back to that later. But look, nigga was like, yo, nigga, you sat there and You trying to free the joint, you end up sitting there getting your pops killed, bro. So like, nigga, that's basically treason, my boy. Like, and you supposed to be the head of the, nah, we can't have you, bro. Like, nah, you not if you doing shit like this. So what we gonna do is we gonna put my son in line to be the new chief. You feel me? And you getting exiled out this joint because nigga, you just don't give a fuck about the people. So they sit there and tie this nigga to a raft. My fault if I look down because I got notes. I had to make sure I wrote down the notes so I could sit there and give y'all exactly what I want to sit there and give y'all. So they tied this nigga to a raft, right? When they tied this nigga to a raft, sent this nigga on his way, gave him the family crest, right? Like, yo, this belong to the chick. Now, mind you, the chick don't end up being sacrificed. She ends up taking the crest off the father, off his dead body. Boom, gives it to REDBAD as they about to push this nigga onto the what's name, into the water. His sister standing there, don't say nothing. All right, cool. They push the nigga into the water. The nigga goes out to sea, tied to a raft, ends up surviving. Who knows? Really don't care. Still a good movie. Now, in the mix of all this shit happening, he gets sent off to a raft. He ends up getting brushed upon shore or come upon shore. Nigga passed out. Another chick finds him. So he's just he's a good old ladies magnet, if you ask me. But you know what I mean? So another chick finds him, brings him to the village. Now, whole new village, don't nobody know this nigga, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. He don't want to talk to nobody. He's not talking to people. The chief, they wanted to kill a nigga off top. The chief sat there and said, yo, my daughter sat there and brought this man here, something special about him. He's staying with us. My boy. You know, it's the regular, he not a part of us. He not a part of the tribe, this, that, and the third. They playing with him. All right, cool. Shit gets spunky, dude. Once again, the Franks sit there and pull up and try to sit there and run down on their village next. The niggas, the chief like, yo, nah, you stay here. You not fighting with us because it might bring bad luck. And the chief's son like, yo, you better not come, this, that, and the third. So the nigga like, man, try to stop me. And somebody came out of nowhere, clocked him, bring, rung his bell, knocked him out. So boom, they sit there and go like they on the shore sitting there fighting the Franks or whatever. Pause. And in the midst of that, they fake losing. Now this nigga wakes up, hops on the horse, gets busy, go down to the beach, sit there, start fighting. And in a mix of the nigga fighting, right? All right, so the nigga REDBAD, he's serious with the bow and arrow. So it's some matter of fact, it wasn't even the Franks. It was some other Viking crew. That's what it was. It was another Viking crew. My man, when I tell you some big, yo, this nigga had to been about like 4 and some change, bro. Husky white man. Nigga walking around, nigga coming off the boat. The nigga REDBAD hit the nigga 4 times in the chest, right by the heart area, with arrows. This nigga looked this nigga in his face, took his sword, knocked all the whatever they ain't pause, whatever ain't stuck in them, knock that shit off. Whatever ain't stuck in them, knock that shit off and pause once again. And commence on fucking this nigga up. Boom. Beating up REDBAD, about to kill him. All of a sudden, the same chick that saved him in the beginning and brought him to the village come out of nowhere, hop out, yo, look like the way they filmed it, look like this bitch hopped 20 feet in the air, stabbed this nigga in the chest with the sword, then hopped off of him and killed like 4 other niggas. Then the nigga REDBAD gets up, grab a sword, and then these niggas is fighting back to back like they the dynamic duo. I'm like, yo, that shit was ill. But then I'm sitting there thinking about it. Okay, REDBAD, you a ill nigga, B. You a ill nigga. And I say that because you sit there and throw away your first kingdom or your first village and you were supposed to be the upcoming chief. You throw that away over some snoochie. You feel me? Throw it totally away over some snoochie. You get to a whole nother village and some snoochie then sat there and saved you. And now that the snoochie that saved you, y'all get to the village, the chief like, yo, you no longer a slave, be like, you helped out. Cause once the chick sat there and saved them, then bro got up. Oh, them niggas started working. And them other Vikings gone out of here. Finito. So the chief like, yo, it's official. You won us. Yo, you can get some land. And not only can you get some land, you can have whichever female is going to choose you. It ain't even been 30 seconds since that man sat there and said that. Guess who stood up? The chief daughter. And then look REDBAD in the eye and say, yo, you ain't even got to say nothing. It's up. That nigga REDBAD stood up. Now, mind you, the only person that ever heard this man speak up until this point in this new village was the female. Because when she saved the nigga, he said 2-3 words to her. She said 2-3 words to him. Then they commenced on whipping ass. So this is the first time anybody in this village is going to hear this nigga speak. First words this nigga said to this girl is, hold on, what's that? But you don't know my name. For real, like, I felt that because I'm like, yo, all right, maybe it's me, but so you mean to tell me, and this is why I like the Vikings and things of that nature, because them women, they don't give a fuck about how much money you bringing in. They want to know, can you protect me how I'm going to protect you? And if it come down to it, is we going to die together? Is we going to ride just like we sitting there and slide? I respect that. So long story short, them two niggas get married. A couple of months later, he have his first son. And the mix of them sitting there having their first son and all that. All right. Oh, matter of fact, before I even sit there and get to that, Shorty Pops, now that nigga's a tough old bastard. Because, not to be funny, REDBAD Pops, that nigga got hit with a spear and he was out of there. Shorty Pops, that nigga fighting on the field, get shot with an arrow in the side, the same spot in the exact same spot where REDBAD Pops got hit at. Nigga, that nigga walking, I'm good. Like, nigga, that shit ain't do nothing. Nigga, you just got shot from like 30 feet away with an arrow, bro. I know that shit sat there and went, like, come on, bro. Nigga, I'm good. What's up? Yeah, you my son now, nigga. Yeah, I'm the pops you really supposed to have. Like, yo, that nigga different, B. Them niggas is different. Oh, so now we gonna sit there and jump into the Frank side. Pause. So now, in the midst of all that shit, the Franks and REDBAD official, I guess you could say official village. REDBAD cousin took over the village. He the king now. All right, cool. They working under the what's the name. Even though like this is the craziest shit to me. Y'all niggas is going back and forth to war with each other, the Franks and the Vikings, but the king and his pops and the prince, because the prince of the Franks, because the king, he ain't coming out the castle. They sitting there meeting up the nigga, the nigga that the prince of the Franks, pause. Prince of the Franks. The prince of the Franks, like, yo, y'all remember who y'all work for? Like, yo, what's up? Like, nah, y'all gotta make this right, B. Y'all gotta make this right, cause y'all was supposed to just let us kill y'all, bro. Like, y'all gotta make this right. Y'all sitting there fighting back. Matter of fact, this is what we gonna do. You give me REDBAD's REDBAD's sister. She a virgin, right? Yeah. We're gonna send our priest over there to come collect her. Then from there, we're gonna leave y'all niggas alone. It's simple. I don't know, cause mind you, this is way back in the day. This is way before TVs, this, that, and the third. So I'm trying to see how this nigga got the DM immediately that his sister has been sold to the fucking to the Prince of Franks. Pause. But make a long story short, your man REDBAD like, nah. He telling his wife, mind you, she just had the baby. Yo, my sister just got sold to the whistle name, blase blah, whoopty whoopty whoop. I gotta go save her. Once again, this is why I fuck with the Viking women. She looked that nigga in his eyes and said, yo, check this out. If you gotta go save your sister, I'm gonna go save your sister too. We all going. Fuck is you talking about? Me, you, and your son, nigga. We hopping on this boat and we getting the fuck up out of here, B. Nigga sat there when they go talk to the pops instead of third. Nigga say, yo, take care of my daughter. But listen, follow your heart, B. Them niggas gets on the boat, goes to his old town. Mind you, is them three. Him, his wife, and they baby boy. Fresh baby. His wife so gangster, they trying to do him dirty, do him bad. His wife hops off. No, they sitting there fighting, boom, because the niggas sit there, they get to the what's the name? They get to the castle. He sees his sister, and before he can actually do something, the motherfucker, some guards find him. So he's sitting there running away, boom, killing the guards, this, that, and the third, trying not to get detected. Nigga running all through the castle. Out of nowhere, the nigga runs into his wife. His wife said, yo, you trust me? All right, come on. Nigga, she tied some rope up to a bridge. The nigga tied the rope up on both of them. When I tell you, these niggas bungee corded off of the bridge, swinging. Once they got to where the grass was at, swinging over the grass, she cut the rope They fall, this, that, and the third. Mind you, she got the baby strapped to her stomach. Nothing's wrong with the baby. Nothing. Viking women is different. I'm telling you that. Viking women is different. But nonetheless, this nigga's, I just ain't understand. Like that part of the movie, like, you don't have no plan, but you want to go save your sister, which is cool. Is valid. But at the same time, so you thought you was just going to run into the joint and save your sister. Mind you, when he sees the sister, they sitting there baptizing his sister. So safe to say, this is around the time during the Crusades where they was pushing Christianity and Jesus Christ all around the world. And if you did not comply, you were going to die. A little history fact. You know what I mean? Oh, so boom. I always knew that the son was on some bullshit. And I'm talking about the Prince of Franks. Pause. He was on some bullshit. Because you can sit there and look at his face that he wants all the power for himself. His father's a dickhead. So his father showed him how to sit there and be a ruler, which is being a dick. Like, they not even ruling right. So make a long story short, father tell him some fucked up shit. Yo, you see my son right here, the youngest one, he's going to be king. Even though you do what you're supposed to do, and at the end of the day, you actually the rightful heir, nigga, but you the mother, I mean, you the son. What he said? You the son of a kitchen worker. You can never leave. Yo, that nigga sat there and violated that nigga, B. You the son of a kitchen worker. You could never leave. Yo, that nigga took that shit to heart and poisoned his fucking pops. Get the fuck out of here, B. Now I'm the king. So mind you, poison his pops. All right, cool. All the people around his bed while his pops is about to die, the priest and this, that, and the third. His little brother there. The moms is like, yo, and this ain't his moms. The moms is like, yo, my son gonna be king. He's the rightful heir. This, that, and the third. So when your pops die, no, my son gonna be king. This nigga looked at her. All right, word. Walked up to the pops, because at this time the pops was on his last 2-3 breaths. Boom. He. All right. Boom. He out of here. Nigga walks up to his pop's bed, take the ring off his finger, put it on his, raise it up so everybody in the room kneel down to him. Then sit there and be like, yo, tell the little brother, yo, come with me right quick. This one, I'm like, yo, this nigga's a dirtbag. Straight fuck nigga, bro. Straight fuck nigga. Bro, the nigga sat there and did his brother filthy. Now, I ain't going to tell you how he did it, because when you watch this movie, you're going to be like, nah, bro. I'm going to just tell you, he did his brother filthy. Filthmonger. He should be ashamed of himself. But look, nonetheless. So now, it's to the point where he done poisoned his pops. He got REDBAD's sister. REDBAD back at his village. They welcomed him in, except for his uncle, because his uncle feel like, yo, if REDBAD come back in, they gonna follow him, because for real, REDBAD is that nigga. So, boom. Now, mind you, I just want to preface this right here. It was action throughout the whole movie. When you're making a Viking movie, don't give a fuck if it's a horror movie, a thriller, a suspense, a historical fact, documentary, it has to contain multiple scenes of violence. Vikings were violent people. They believed in what they believed in, but they were violent people nonetheless. If it doesn't have multiple scenes of violence, it is not a Viking movie. That's why I did this review other than the other one. I'm going to tell you why. Well, you're going to see. But nonetheless, so from there, they get to the what's the name? They back at the village. The REDBAD cousin, which is the new leader, welcomes them in like, yo, bro, this, that, and third, blah, 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 whoopty, whoopty, whoop. Them niggas end up getting into it with the Franks again, like they fighting now, like they fighting now. Bro, when I tell you these Viking females is different. Now, I understand why REDBAD was so captivated by these two snoochies. So when he gets back to his old village, the old snoochie, which he sat there threw his life away over, is now she's alive now. She wasn't sacrificed. She's married to another Viking that lives in the village, which is one of his close friends. But not only that, she is a savage. When I tell you this next fighting scene, her and REDBAD's wife, y'all can't do shit with them. I put that on everything. Y'all can't do a fuck thing with them. Them two bitches is built different. Hard body tough. Ford tough. You feel me? I'm talking about they running through, yo, these two females, one female got a sword. I think she had the sword and shield. The other female had the two axes. No, one female had the sword and the dagger. The other female had, no, one female had the sword. So the joint that REDBAD threw his life away, the first snoochie, she had the sword. His wife had the axe, had the little axe and the decent sized dagger. When I tell you them two, bro, y'all could not do nothing. Them grown men could not do nothing with them two. Could not do nothing. They was vicious. I'm talking vicious. Yo, Viking females is built different, B. You fuck with nobody say, bro. They built different. And then talking about the two Viking females, nigga, before the battle started, they had an all-female archer line that was smoking the Franks. Pause. But they were smoking them, nigga. I'm talking about, yo, bro, them female Vikings, different. They different, bro. They different. So, boom. This is where these niggas get petty at. Cause now I'm thinking it's about land. This is why they invading there, this, that, third, even though the Concord, I mean, not, I'm about to say the Concords. Even though it's more so about religion, I'm thinking it's about land. So the Franks is petty. Pause. They sit there. Now I'm starting to really realize it's about religion. They sit there sitting a priest Yeah, they send the priest with some soldiers to the sacred tree. These niggas start chopping down the tree. And at this point, I'm noticing, okay, because the tree is a sacred tree devoted to one of their gods, the Viking gods. You feel me? Violated the whole tree. All right, cool. To the point where these niggas is like, we can't, they touch the tree, nigga. We got it. It's up now. It's up. It's up. We got to sit there in this shit right now. Now, in the mix of them sitting there getting that together, REDBAD's uncle, oh sucker duck ass nigga, the bit you was a bitch. You so worried about power because you sit there take a meeting with the Prince of Frank's pause. The meeting consists of, yo, check this out. We'd have been left. But this REDBAD nigga, nah, he causing too much commotion. So look, this is what we gonna do. And he told, and the uncle was talking to the Prince of Frank's. Pause. If you guarantee that you can get me REDBAD, matter of fact, fuck guarantee, give me REDBAD, and we gonna leave. We going back to where we, you know what I mean? We going back to the pot. You feel me? So nigga, like, all right, well that's cool, but who's gonna govern this province? Oh well, you know, if you can get me REDBAD, I'll make sure this lands in proper hands. So fuck culture, fuck community, fuck your people, fuck your morals, values, and respect. You gonna sit there and you gonna give up your nephew, your brother's son, for some power. You's a bitch. You's a bitch. I just want to let you know that. You's a bitch, So, yeah, nigga sold him out for some power. All right, so now this is where I start really like, all right, they taking this religious shit a little bit too far. So the uncle backdoored REDBAD to the point where the Franks now got REDBAD, REDBAD's sister, REDBAD wife, and REDBAD's son. Now, the mother of the old king of the Franks, pause, takes REDBAD's son like, nah, this about to be my new son. You feel me? So they already fucking up. So basically, his uncle sold him out just for these niggas to have this nigga in the middle of a courtyard in a white, what you would call that? I guess a white grown man 90. I don't know what the fuck it is. A white 90, and the priest is in, yo, if we baptize you and you take Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, your people will be saved. So they did all this, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, so y'all did all this just to baptize this nigga? Now, mind you, REDBAD wife is a Christian. She's a Christian Viking. But she don't agree with how the Franks pause is sitting there pushing this Christianity, because she sat there and was like, yo, Nigga, you can't force nobody to sit there and be a Christian. If they see fit that God is their salvation, then God will bring them in. But you can't force nobody to sit there and believe in God. Like, they got their own life, they got their own culture. All right, cool. That's another reason why I respect them. Because at the end of the day, she was a Christian, and everybody else in her village was, believed in what they believed in, quote unquote pagans, but same shit. Because they loved her, she loved them, she loved her people. And she gonna sit there and lay her life on the line for her people. All right, so boom. Mind you, they didn't even know before REDBAD got caught up in the whole situation. He did a little bit of reconnaissance of himself, and he went to 2-3 different villages, 2-3 different Viking villages, including the village that he just came from, where he got his wife from. Yo, the next full moon, the one that's about to come up with the eclipse, I need y'all to be at my land, because it's going down that night, bro. I'm telling you. And he's like, I bet. Bro, so they had the whole little climactic scene in the what's the name, in the courtyard. Niggas trying to sit there, and they trying to baptize me. Then all of a sudden, the nigga came out with a whole little speech. Yo, blasphemy, this, that, and the third. Nigga, if you talk about if I accept Jesus in my life, I'm going to heaven. Only if I'm a good Christian, right? And this shit was dope to me, because then he was like, so if I'm a good Christian, I go to heaven. So the priest like, yeah. So he said, so is my father in heaven? Say, your father wasn't baptized, but he is a good man. All my people, these are good men. They sit there and fight for their people. They sit there and strive. They live. They forge. They do everything for their people. And these are good men. So you mean to tell me, if I become a Christian, I'll sit there and go to heaven, but all my friends and family, the people that I really love and cherish, are being in hell. So I'd rather be in hell with my friends and family than be in heaven with my enemies. That shit was tough. It was tough. No fronting. That shit was tough. So they got to a boom. The niggas get to fighting. Somebody had to die. Guess who it was? I'll give you a second. You guessed it. The motherfucking REDBAD cousin, the new chieftain and king of the village, dies. Get caught in the side. Yo, why I just thought about this. Every Viking that has some importance to him got stabbed or shot with an arrow in the same side in this movie. And the same exact side. Now, mind you, the nigga cousin, I'm not going to say that he wasn't tough, because the nigga cousin was sitting there on the battlefield early in the movie, got cracked in the back with a sword or an axe or some shit, turned around and killed the nigga, and then shook it off like, nigga, that shit ain't nothing. So we ain't going to say the nigga ain't tough body, but whoever cracked that, whoever caught him, they caught him. They caught him. Boom. So nigga sat there and cried with him for, well, not before they cried. The nigga sat there and gave REDBAD back the family crest, like, yo, this belongs to you. You the king, you the real king of the village, this, that, and the third. Do your due diligence. And what he do? His due diligence. But this is what kills me. This is what kills me. Yeah, do all that. REDBAD, you run down. Y'all fighting. Boom. Your wife fighting. Your old snoochie fighting. They sitting there killing niggas. This, that, and the third. Your wife do some wild gangster shit because the joint tried to run off with her son. She sat there and speeded across the fucking fighting field, the war yard, whatever you want to call it. Caught the girl while she was riding off with the horse, clipped the horse, boom, took front legs off. Horse flips, lady flips, baby flips. And out of nowhere, guess who catches the baby in the baby little holster carriage, whatever junk? The mother. Yo, Viking females is different. But nonetheless, all right, so boom. Nigga fighting, the nigga REDBAD fighting the leader, the Prince of Frank's pause. The Prince of Frank's like, yo, you stupid. If you'd have just sat there and been baptized and took Jesus Christ as your what's the name, nigga, you too tough as a nigga and you too much of a leader, bro. We could have ruled the world type shit. So now the underlying situation, you knew this man power. You understood his strength, and you sit there and lead by the Prince of Franks was leading by pause. The Prince of Franks was leading by violence, by strong arming. REDBAD, even though he ain't want to be a leader, but he was leading off of love and off of the people. Like, yo, what's the best interest of the people? The Prince of Franks paused. He sat there. He knew that. So I'm like, nigga, we can sit there and mind you, REDBAD, that nigga's a vicious nigga, boy. Vicious nigga. So boom, make a long story short, REDBAD, he could have killed them. He didn't. And then got away. And in the mix of him about to try to kill him again, the Prince of Franks told the general, yo, general, get the spear ready. Aim it at the wife. The wife got the son in her hands. REDBAD standing there. Like, nigga, if I kill this nigga, he gonna kill my wife. So he trying to sit there and stall, whatever. And the cut, REDBAD old Snoochie, she getting ready. Make a long story short, REDBAD let this nigga gets on the horse, give the order to kill his wife. REDBAD old Snoochie jumps in front of his new Snoochie, sacrifice herself for the new Snoochie and for the child, which is the upcoming king, because REDBAD is the new king. Everybody knows this shit. Boom, all right, cool. She sacrificed herself, which the shit is ironic because you sat there, threw your life away to stop her from getting sacrificed, just for her to sit there and throw her life away to make sure that your son and your wife don't get killed. The irony in that. But look, nonetheless, they end up defeating the Franks, and that is the story of REDBAD. Go check it out. I mean, I said REDBAD. It's on Prime. Real good movie, especially if you like Viking movies and chock full of action. That's what it is. Look, this has been another Kicking It with KD, and we appreciate it. We love you. And when I talk about we, I'm talking about me and the Around the Town crew. Listen, fuck with us.